Hi, Total Recapped here. Today we will be going through the events of the 2021 comedy disaster movie Don't Look Up. Warning, this video contains spoilers, so watch at your own risk. Now let's get right into the movie. At the beginning of the movie, a previously unexplored comet is discovered well within Jupiter's orbit at 4.6 AU from the Sun by Kate Dibiasky, a Michigan State University astronomy PhD candidate working with the Subaru telescope. She learns that the comet will travel close to Earth in the near future. All of the astronomers are overjoyed when they locate the comet and name it after Kate. Dr. Randall Mindy, her professor, congratulates her and predicts that it will hit Earth in roughly 6 months and is massive enough to cause a global extinction event. As NASA verifies internally, they then call NASA to notify them of their findings after learning about the comet's hazards. Dr. Teddy Oglethorpe, the chief of NASA's Planetary Defense Coordination Office, advises that they meet with the president and discuss the situation's possible repercussions and remedies. In the following scene, Kate and Mindy head to DC with Dr. Teddy Oglethorpe to deliver their results to the White House. They arrive at the White House early in the morning and are kept waiting for the whole day without hearing from the president. The president is rather seen preoccupied with dealing with a problem involving one of her candidates. Kate and Mindy are then transported to a neighboring motel to spend the night. They phone their loved ones at night to take solace in their voices in this dreadful circumstance. Kate phones her boyfriend Philip, who works as a journalist at a media firm, while Mindy calls to check on his wife June and his sons. The next day, Mindy, Kate, and Dr. Teddy meet President Janie Orlean and Chief of Staff Jason Orlean, who is also the president's son. Despite the fact that the crew has informed the president about the catastrophic comet, she does not take the warning seriously. Janie informs them that they are constantly warned about the impending catastrophe and that they are in desperate need of financial assistance, which does not appear to be forthcoming anytime soon. As a result, Janie advises them to stay underground until the midterm elections are done. After realizing that the president would do nothing about the situation right now, Teddy instructs Kate and Mindy to inform the media. They're all worried about exposing confidential material to the public, but they believe it's still preferable to dying from a comet. Through one of his astronomer buddies, Sir Peter Isherwell, the tech billionaire CEO of Bash, also hears of the oncoming comet. Philip, on the other side, secures an interview for Kate and Mindy with the New York Herald. They agree to have their story published, especially after learning that the White House had rejected their meeting and that the findings had been confirmed by other experts. But first, they want them to appear on the Daily Rip, a morning show. When host Jack Bremer and Brie Avanti handle the subject lightly and do not take them seriously, Kate loses her cool and shouts about the danger, pointing out how terrible the scenario is before storming out of the studio. Mindy, on the other hand, maintains his cool and remains until the interview is over. After the interview, Brie invites him to join her for drinks. In the following scene, the marketing staff of the New York Herald presents the findings of the interview broadcast. The musician who took the stage before Kate and Mindy for the interview received more attention on social media for her breakup. Kate has spawned a slew of memes depicting her as an enraged woman, provoking widespread online mocking. Mindy, on the other hand, is presented as a very attractive scientist, and the public ignores the fact that they had anything to say. The true threat posed by the comet receives a little public notice, and Orlean's director of NASA, a prominent contributor to Orlean who has no training in astronomy, denies it. Kate's boyfriend publicly condemns her, revealing that he had slept with her, while Mindy is praised for his good looks. Mindy can't stay away from social media either, battling with everyone who disputes his scientific background or conspiracy ideas. When Orlean's Supreme Court candidate is embroiled in a sex scandal, she diverts attention and boosts her popularity ratings by verifying the comet's threat and revealing a plan to attack and deflect the comet using nuclear weapons. She dispatches an FBI team to return Kate, Mindy, and Teddy to her office, as well as an apology for neglecting them in the first place. Kate immediately realizes that the president is only doing this to get public attention and garner votes in the upcoming election. But she accepts the proposition because they are getting a chance to stop the comet from destroying the planet. Later, on a national broadcast, Jeannie announces the comet is genuine and that they will have a plan to destroy it. She goes on to say that they will deploy a spaceship capable of launching nuclear weapons at the comet. Rather than employing remote technology as proposed by Mindy for the spacecraft mission, Jeannie chooses to have General Benedict Drask operate the spacecraft. She feels that portraying a hero as the face of their strategy will assist people in dealing with the tragic news. As the incident goes viral on the internet, Janie and Mindy start appearing on all kinds of TV shows and magazine covers, finally getting the exposure that it deserves. After appearing on the Daily Rip for the second time, Mindy and Bree end up sleeping together, while Kate and Teddy debate Comet skeptics on a conservative show. The big day arrives and the launch event is aired worldwide. The spaceship lifts off smoothly, but General Drask's microphone is shortly muffled due to his constant swearing. Everyone is relieved that the comet would be destroyed shortly, but they are surprised to learn that the spacecrafts are returning since Jeannie has canceled the mission. While the rest of the world is still trying to figure out what occurred, Mindy is appointed as the White House's chief science advisor and summoned to an emergency cabinet meeting, leaving Teddy and Kate out of it. It turns out that Orlean abruptly aborted the mission when Peter Isherwell, the billionaire CEO of tech company Bash and another top donor, discovers that the comet contains trillions of dollars worth of rare Earth elements. The White House agrees to economically exploit the comet by fragmenting and retrieving it from the ocean using new technology offered by Bash's Nobel laureatus in a scheme that has not undergone scholarly peer review. Despite Mindy's reservations about the technology, the White House recruits him as the National Science Advisor in order to co-opt Peter. After the meeting, Mindy goes to see Kate and Teddy, where he informs them about Peter's intentions. People nearby overhear them, and Kate feels compelled to let them know the truth, so she attempts to rally public opposition to the project. She informs them that the president has given permission for the comet to collide with the planet so that the wealthy can benefit from the materials contained within. When the FBI learns of this, riots break out across the city, and Kate is arrested and charged with revealing confidential information and causing property damage. Under danger from Orlean's regime, Kate gives up her voice in exchange for her freedom. Mindy becomes a well-known advocate for the comet's economic prospects, and he begins an affair with Bree. World opinion is divided among those who demand destruction of the comet, those who decry alarmism and believe that mining the comet will create jobs, and those who deny that the comet even exists. Kate returns to her home city in Illinois, but her parents reject her since they favor the government in this case. Later in her retail job, Kate has a fatalistic relationship with Yule, a shoplifter that she encountered. Meanwhile, Mindy keeps working with the president, believing that it is the only way he can save the Earth in any manner. His relationship with Bree is still going strong. When Mindy's wife June confronts him with Bree about his affair, he refuses to apologize and makes different explanations. Rose afterward goes back to Michigan without him. Mindy then asks Peter if his technology will split apart the comet, which enrages the millionaire. Peter claims that his company's technology is so advanced that it can track every minute of a person's life up to their death and even forecast when and how they will die. He goes on to inform Mindy that his death will be just one among many that will go unnoticed. Peter subsequently tells Orlean that she would be murdered by a creature known as a Brontorok, which his scientists don't understand. Mindy, enraged by the government, shouts on live television blaming Orlean for downplaying the imminent doom and casting doubt on everyone's fear about the comet. He also recounts how Peter mutes the voices of scientists who attempt to speak out about the flaw in his technology. Mindy is later shut off from the administration and receives the same treatment as Kate. Bree also ends their relationship, reminding him that he should not have spoken falsely about the government. Mindy may be seen traveling back to Michigan after a while Kate is hanging out with Yule. As the comet becomes visible from Earth, Mindy reconciles with Kate. Mindy, Kate, and Teddy organize a social media protest against Jeannie and Bash, urging people to look up and for other countries to launch their own comet intercept missions. Mindy has even been on several TV shows criticizing the government for its bad choice and gathering backing from prominent musicians who have written a special song called Just Look Up. Because China, India, and Russia were left out of the comet mining contract, they plan a combined attempt to deflect the comet, but their spacecraft is destroyed in an explosion, leaving Mindy upset. In response to Mindy and Kate's effort, Jeannie and Peter launch their own Don't Look Up campaign, which is backed by millions of conservative voters and conspiracy theorists who believe her when she says Mindy simply wants people to be terrified and give up their rights. As the comet grows closer, Rendell takes Kate and Yule grocery shopping and brings them back to his hometown so that they may spend their last day together as a family, and the haters finally catch on to the falsehoods of the government. June resolves to forgive Mindy and accept him back in these harsh circumstances after revealing she too cheated on him in college. Teddy soon joins them and all of them have a wonderful meal together. While waiting for the comet to strike, they begin swapping tales and offering one final plea to God. The night of the launch, Janie asks Peter what the algorithm says about her death while preparing to get started. Peter responds that Bronterok will kill her. Soon after the spaceship lifts launch, some of the drones are lost owing to mechanical difficulties. Peter continues to insist that the fault is minor, guaranteeing that the plan will succeed. After interacting with the comet, all other drones eventually disintegrate. Bash's effort to disintegrate the comet likewise fails, and everyone understands mankind is now doomed. Inadvertently leaving Jason behind, Peter, Jeannie, and others in their exclusive group board a sleeper starship built to discover an Earth-like planet. Mindy is offered 2 spots on the ship by Orlean, but he rejects, preferring to spend his final evening with his family, Kate, Teddy, and Yule. As predicted, the comet collides with Earth, unleashing global calamity and an extinction-level event. The 2,000 individuals who left Earth before the comet's impact land 22,740 years later on a beautiful extraterrestrial world, bringing their cryogenic hibernation to an end. They depart their spaceship, generally nude and empty-handed, enjoying the livable world. Orlean is assassinated by a big bird-like monster she attempted to pet, leading Peter to believe it is a Bronterok. He goes on to say that no one should be petting the approaching Bronteroks. In an after-credits scene, Jason emerges from the wreckage after surviving the comet, calls for his mother, and tries to post on social media with his phone. That was my recap of the movie. I hope you enjoyed it. Now comment on what your favorite part was, and make sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, take care and goodbye.